And the kind of bread I'm going to make is basically seeded with nuts, and then I'm going to use some amaranth, popped amaranth, and I'm going to use some rolled oats. So I want to welcome you to this moment, to this video where we're going to be able to do this together. So I have some oats. I'm going to use 2.5 cups of oats, and then I have some flax seeds, some flaxseed husks. Basically, I milled flax seeds, and then I removed most of the the meaty element. I have more of the husk because this replaces the psyllium husk that I was looking for. And then again, I have some flax seeds. These are going to help create the binding and also replace the eggs that I could have used. I have some chia seeds, and all this is going to give me the omega-3 that I'm looking for. Chia seeds, flax seeds, and these are not going to be able to bake for so long on high heat. Then with me also I have some sunflower seeds. We're going to use a third cup of sunflower seeds, and then a half cup of pepitas. These are pumpkin seeds. These are very good for your menstrual phase. Also we use them, we pair them with flax seeds when we are doing seed cycling. And then I'm also going to use some crushed almonds. You can use any nuts you have, really. If you have cashew nuts, hazelnuts, almonds, whichever nut is healthy for you. So for me, I prefer to use almonds for that vitamin E that is really very good for the first phase of the cycle. So I have these, and then I'm going to use some popped amaranth, basically my muesli. If you have muesli, this can be very good. My muesli is gluten-free. I use popped amaranth. Can just see, I use popped amaranth mixed with some pumpkin seeds and some sunflower seeds. So I'm going to get most of the amaranth off, and then I'm going to use some maple syrup, but really you can use honey if you don't have that. I'm going to use some coconut oil for the MCT oils that I'm looking for, and then I'm going to use golden raisins. This is going to be cold together. So I'm going to roast up the nuts. So just get the nuts. Avoid, don't roast the flax seeds and the chia seeds. So I'm going to roast these for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes really. So spread out on a pan. Roast them, preheat the oven to 325 degrees. So while they are roasting, I'll just get a third cup of the amaranth. So the muesli is already lightly toasted, so I don't need to add it into the rest of the stuff that I'm toasting. Now I'm going to mix this here. I'll also get cinnamon, 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. I'll just add them here. And while the nuts are toasting, we will use 1.5 cups of water, but that's going to be later. And then also we will have a cinnamon filling also that we are going to use later. So while the nuts are toasting, and while I wait to mix them here, I'm also going to soak up the raisins for about 15 minutes. So I'll just put water that fills up the raisins or covers up the raisins. And then just heat them up on low heat so that I can soak them up a bit. Nicely roasted. They're not burnt, just on low heat. Mix everything up together now. The fruits have softened up. Drain up the water. Add the fruits. It's going to be really nice, don't you think? Then I have a quarter cup of coconut oil. I'll just add it in as well. I'll add in a teaspoon of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then the 2 cups of water. So basically, you could use a spatula to make it yourself, but using your hands is much better. Just get dirty and nice. It's the unhealthy foods that you find yourself wanting to eat. So I'm just going to cover this with a cloth for 4 hours, and then I'll get back. Well, this looks nice, and by itself is really ready to eat. I could actually just make no bake balls, you know, amazing snacks. Yeah, the chia seeds and the flax seeds just keep everything together. I can use this as a snack for me, for the kids. I can use this as a starter, you know, for people who are on diet or detox and then they need a snack to keep them going. This is ready to eat, so I'm just going to bake it a little bit to make bread. Yeah, my camera woman today wants to eat a lot of it. I just kept on reminding her the recipe did not require me to give you just a little bit more. Because if I reduce some of these, it means the recipe will be altered. So, like right, I don't have parchment paper. What do? I'm just going to grease the tray and just brush it through. Good, thank you. So we'll just use olive oil. Just rub it on all the sides and everywhere. I don't mind taking the time because this bread is going to take me for quite some time. The bread, the butter, the fruit mix. Oh, it's going to take me for quite some time, so I can spend the hours in the kitchen. But if you're rushing, you can do one at a time. The bread, you can just prepare it overnight, and then you only have an hour or two to bake it. This one is going to take me about 1 to 1.5 hours to bake. So I'll preheat the oven. Do you like to wake up to something like this? It's just too good. The taste is just amazing. Well, I let it stay into the baking tray for another about 20 minutes. Don't be in a hurry to remove it from the baking tray after it's come out of the oven. Let it just stay in there, get hard. You know, you want to get it and it's really hard. Everything is together. Yeah, so I just get to eat a piece and that's just enough. So how would you like to eat that? By itself, it's enough. Yeah, but I'm going to put a little bit of butter. I'm going to play around with the Campbell